Puppets, Parades, and Pretending, a High-Reach Learning book for December 2020 for threes and pre-K. Puppets, Parades, and Pretending, written by Heather Drockelman and designed by Courtney Brown. My teacher said, "Today we are going to the art center to see puppet shows." The people at the art center do many different kinds of art, like drawing and painting, but they also make puppets too. Sometimes I play with puppets at school. There are puppets that I put on my hands and some puppets that I put on my fingers. We have some puppets that have faces on sticks too. I wondered what kind of puppets they would have at the art center. When we got to the art center, we sat down to see a puppet show. The puppets were like my doll at home. The puppets were not real, just like my doll, but I make believe she is. Next, we saw a show with puppets that moved with strings. The lady puppet had a funny voice, and the horse could talk. I knew that wasn't real. I wondered who was really talking. The clowns were pretty funny. Lexi works at the art center, and she put on the puppet show with her friends. They invited us to see their workshop. They showed us the different kinds of puppets that they made. One puppet was made out of a paper bag. Some were pictures on sticks, like the ones at school. The puppets from the puppet show also had sticks. Lexi and her friends used the sticks to make the puppets move and dance. Lexi showed us a puppet made with paper, tape, and glue. They sew the puppets made of fabric with needles, thread, and a sewing machine. I liked the crow the best. Then Lexi and her friends showed us how to make the puppets come alive. They made it look like the puppets had feelings, but I knew that wasn't real. The puppeteers changed their voices and showed us how to make the puppets move. Then it was time for the parade and the pretending festival. My friend put on a pink costume and held a pig puppet, and my sister got her face painted like a mask. We sang songs while we marched in the parade. There were so many kinds of puppets. It was lots of fun. When I go back to school, I am going to try to put on a puppet show and make people laugh like Lexi and her friends. Puppets are intriguing to young children. When young children see puppets being used by adults, they might wonder whether or not the puppets are real, since they're moving and seem to talk or make other noises. Often, young children are challenged by how to use puppets themselves. It takes a lot of coordination and advanced thinking to get a puppet to move and act like a real person or animal. This book gives children some insight into how puppets are made and how they work. Many of the puppets in this book can be made from materials you have in your classroom. Encourage your children to choose his or her favorite kind of puppet and work with them to make one that is similar.